Famous couples who got married, but never lived together. 1. Kaley Cuoco. Kaley Cuoco and Carl Cook met in 2016, at a horse show in California. After they met, they began dating afterwards, sharing their love interest for both horses and personality. As Carl is a professional equestrian, and Kaley is an avid rider, their relationship quickly blossomed, and they got engaged on Kaley's birthday in November 2017. After 1-year engagement, they married on June 2018. However, their marriage became highly tumultuous, tragic, and more like a cautionary tale. Although Kaley and Cook were married, they lived their lives separately. Kaley primarily lived in her Tarzana home in California, which she had purchased before their marriage, and Carl Cook lived at his own property, near his equestrian training facilities. In response to their odd marital behavior, Kaley often joked about their unconventional setup, saying that they didn't live together due to their busy schedules, but by choice. They lived separately for nearly 2 years. They finally moved in together in March 2020, thanks to COVID-19 pandemic lockdowns, but their marriage ended tragically just 1 year later, on September 3, 2021. 2. Gwyneth Paltrow. Gwyneth Paltrow and Brad Falchuk met in 2010, while filming the movie titled Glee. After they met, they began dating in secret for few years. Their relationship remained private for a while, before they went public in 2015. After going public, their relationship quickly blossomed, and they got engaged in January 2018. Their engagement lasted for 9 months, and they got married on September 29, 2018. After their wedding, Gwyneth Paltrow and Brad Falchuk lived separately for nearly a year. In interviews, Paltrow explained that this arrangement was to help their children, whom they had from their previous relationships, to adjust to the blended family dynamic. Falchuk eventually moved in full-time in 2019, after they felt the transition was right for everyone. 3. Helena Carter. Helena Carter and Tim Burton met in 2000, while working on the movie titled Planet of the Apes. Burton was the director, and Carter played Ari, a chimpanzee. After they met, they began dating afterwards, and soon became a couple. Over the years, she became his muse, starring in many of his films, including Big Fish 2003, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory 2005, Sweeney Todd the Demon Barber of Fleet Street 2007, Alice in Wonderland 2010, and Dark Shadows 2012. They were together for 13 years, and had 2 children. However, Helena and Tim Burton had an unusual living arrangement. Even though they were a couple for 13 years, they lived in separate but connected houses in London. Their homes were side by side, joined by a shared hallway. 4. Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz and Benji Madden met in 2014, through matchmaking done by Madden's brother's wife, Nicole Richie, who was Diaz's best friend. After they met, they began dating shortly afterwards. Their relationship quickly blossomed and they got engaged in December 2014. A year later, they got married in a private wedding ceremony at their home. In January 2015, after marriage, they allegedly lived separately for few months. However, in interviews, Diaz has described her marriage as deeply fulfilling, and they seem to prioritize their relationship and family. 5. Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts and Daniel Moder first met in 2001, while filming a movie titled The Mexican. After they met, they began dating shortly afterwards. They never had a traditional engagement, but quickly got married on July 4, 2002, in a private ceremony at Roberts Ranch in New Mexico. After marriage, they allegedly lived separately for few months. Their 22 years of marriage holds the record of one of the longest marriages in Hollywood history.